So Rich, what is the one or more franchise you'll buy no matter what, and why is it Roller Coaster Tycoon?
You're close. You're very close. It is very much on brand for me. Yeah, I have got a very special place in my heart for the folks down in Cambridge at Frontier who make some really incredible games, including Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Oh, I was surprised. But they're also the folks who made Planet Coaster, and they also made Jurassic World Evolution. So anything from them that is in a management simulation genre, that is automatically a sale for me, irrelevant of whether it's a series I've really got into before or it's been relatively new. Like Jurassic World Evolution is very similar to Operation Genesis on the PS2, which I didn't really play, but I know of it because my brother played it, but I still got it, and it's really good. Planet Coaster, of course, I've got over 300 hours into it now, and it's great. I love that game to bits. Shut up. But also, very, very on topic, literally yesterday, as of the time of filming, we got our first in-game trailer of Planet Zoo, which is their new game coming out in November, which is their successor to Zoo Tycoon, because they did do a Zoo Tycoon. I don't know which Zoo Tycoon it was, unless there's only one. Am I being an idiot? Is there only one Zoo Tycoon? They're doing a new game in the Planet series called Planet Zoo. That's coming out later this year. And as much as I wasn't a big Zoo Tycoon person, I pretty much only played Roller Coaster Tycoon, didn't play like Hospital, Theme Hospital, things like that. They're not my kind of thing, but because it's Frontier, I'm totally down for it. Second of all is a kind of, again, sort of wiggling it to just one little subsection of a particular developer, publisher, whatever, but I will always be down for Treyarch's Call of Duty games. As much as I picked up the last couple of, all of the COD games, irrelevant of who they were. I had a period of time where I didn't play anything other than Treyarch. Because of their zombies mode, because of the lore they have, I'm always going to pick them up. That's why I picked up Black Ops 4, even though only 1/3 of that game actually appealed to me, and that was the zombies mode. But I will continuously buy the Treyarch Call of Duty games as long as they keep telling stories in zombies, as much as in Black Ops 4, we've got 2 more maps to go for the Zombies DLC. At the end of Black Ops 4, the storyline that was started back in 2008 with World at War is coming to a close. And that makes me very sad, but I will continuously support Treyarch in their games, even though they are the worst for ripping people's wallets out of their trousers for microtransactions in Call of Duty terms at the moment.
Angry wiggle.
Angry wiggle going on here, but I'll play them for zombies. They do very good zombies modes, and I will continuously buy their games for that. Yes. Wiggle.
I don't know what your hand's doing, like.
It's wangling. I'm bringing it back. I'm taking the gimmick.
Oh shit! Hashtag wiggle! We'll just get this out of the way, because you all know what I'm gonna say. Anything from FromSoftware, anything from Hidetaka Miyazaki is, just get that right into my body, please. I will consume it, digest it. Obviously, there is not going to be any more Dark Souls, but if there was, I would, die. So yeah, just anything from him. Any new Zelda, that's a given. Any new Zelda. I got burned once by Skyward Sword, but it still is an amazing game, and I would still really love for it to be remade or ported even. I'd love that. But what I would like to talk about today, if you'll permit me, is Pokemon. Like, I wore my Pokemon earrings. I love Pokemon. I've loved it ever since it very first came out. I think I first saw the TV show. The anime was my first experience with Pokemon, and I loved it immediately. And I've bought all the games. I had Pokemon Blue. I had Pokemon Silver. I skipped Generation 3 because I was about 15 kind of years of age, and that was about the age where you kind of start to think,
too cool. This is not
too cool. Pokemon, I'll never, nah. Got Generation 4, was back into it, didn't give a shit. I feel like, when you're a kid, you have that age where you're like, you do give a shit, and then very quickly afterwards, you don't give a shit. Enjoy bleeping out all those swears, Richard. I got Pokemon Diamond, I got Pokemon White, I got Pokemon Black 2, which was a bad move because it's basically the same game as White. Who knew? I got Pokemon X, I got Pokemon Moon. I got Pokemon, I missed one.
Which
Alpha Sapphire. Alpha Sapphire, finally got to play Gen 3. It's warm in here, Ash is in here.
Sorry.
It's warm. I love them. I love all the spin-offs. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Heckin' Shuffle. Spent so much money on Pokemon Shuffle and on the 3DS. It was so good. I just love them all so much. Give me any and all spin-offs. Pokemon Go! How did I forget Pokemon Go? Oh my god, yes.
Did you play Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap. Oh my god, can we have a Pokemon Snap on the Switch, please?
The Labo VR.
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu I'm playing through at the minute.
Hey.
It's really good. It's getting quite difficult actually. It started off really easy, but it's getting quite hard. Yes.
Important question. Shield Doggo or Sword Doggo?
It's too hard. I'm gonna get both. It's too hard to choose. They're both very good boys. Yeah, even Pokemon Let's Go, which is basically just like a remake of Pokemon Red and Blue, girls with Pokemon Go, and I was like, well, this is a game I've played like literally so many times. Oh, Fire Red, I've got that one. I forgot that one. Still loved it. Still loved Let's Go. What are you?
Trading card game. What about it?
Have I never shown you my friggin' Pokemon card collection, by the way?
Yeah, to be fair, you gave me a Delcatty the other day.
I did give Ash a Delcatty. That's how you get a woman. Give her a Delcatty.
It'll probably be Grand Theft Auto because I've pretty much played every single game in the series really. Like 1, 2, London. Can't really remember too much of those games, but I've definitely played them when I had the PS1. However, it all started with like Grand Theft Auto 3, and that just blew me away when it transitioned to 3D. And then 4, I even bought that one as well. I didn't really like it that much, but it was still a great game. Vice City and San Andreas, they were absolutely bloody brilliant. I still play them today. And then also like Chinatown Wars, that was another really, really great one. On the Nintendo DS. I think it was on the PSP as well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was cool. And then you get to Grand Theft Auto 5, and bloody hell, that is such a great game. I don't give a crap what Scott thinks about it. I think it's an absolutely brilliant game. Even the online, I'd say it's just absolutely brilliant.
You're brave now because Scott's left the room,
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, he plays No Man's Sky, so. The only things that I haven't played out of those games are the DLCs, like Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories and all that, just because I thought it was pretty much like the same game, really. Like, you'd think, Vice City Stories, why do I need to buy this? I already played Vice City. It's not really a new thing, but apparently it is, and I should go back to it anyway. And I probably will. And also GTA 6, I'm really excited for that. Like, I'd love to see what they do with it. Maybe like set it in London, or even like go to Miami or Vice City again. Yeah, just anything like that would be bloody brilliant.
Well, it turns out, although I sort of knew this in the depth of my soul, that it's Splinter Cell. Because although Ubisoft couldn't care less, and they're not doing any new Splinter Cell anytime soon, we're getting an app with a thing called Elite Squad. And it's just like, what are you doing? You've just Skylands as Sam Fisher, where you've just sort of taken this thing that a whole fan base have wanted since 2013, even before then, if you don't count Splinter Cell Blacklist. Yes, I'm still annoyed. I was up until 3 in the morning. I don't care. They could clearly just do a new Splinter Cell and people would lap it up. But I'm so addicted and so like connected to stupid old Sam Fisher and his stupid 3 goggles that I'll play him regardless of what form he's in. So as ludicrous as it is that the nearest thing to a new Splinter Cell is this stupid app thing, I'm still going to play it because I can still play as Sam Fisher, and I just need to play as Sam Fisher. So my addiction is Splinter Cell, and I was with it when they did Double Agent, I was with it through Conviction and into Blacklist, and I'm even playing Blacklist at the minute, going, oh, the new guy Eric Johnson, he's not that bad, I don't mind, when they replaced Michael Ironside. And it was a big thing in 2013, all 5 of you will remember, all you Splinter Cell fans.
I remember.
You remember Josh Brown, and it was a thing. And now I'm playing back through it, I'm like, it's not that bad. Which is the voice of an addict talking, because it is that bad. And the new thing is that bad too. So just what and why and who and when. So yeah, give me the apps, give me the microtransactions. I'll buy the goggles. Have you got some red goggles? Because you did in Blacklist. I'll buy them again. Desert camo, give me it.
There's a few franchises I've spoken about which I think would fit this bill. So Mass Effect, I would also agree, I'd buy any of them. I would say Elder Scrolls, but I do not give a single small chocolate drop shit about Blades or online, so I can't really say I'm going to buy it no matter what, because there's my hard line. Mainline series, I will die for, but anything else, not so interested in. But the one thing that has been like a perpetual, always there, will always buy it, have longed for it ever since its last release in 2013 is Sly Raccoon. I miss him so much. I want another Sly Raccoon game. Like, I loved. There's only 4 games in the series, so like it's not like a proper ongoing forever sort of thing, but I would buy anything that game put out. I love Sly Cooper. I love the Thievius Raccoonus. I love that it's a whole game full of anthropomorphic animals, like doing that whole thieving, robbing, nice stuff. So you've got Bentley, the tortoise, the turtle. I actually don't know which one he is, but he's very smart and wears glasses and he's very nice. You've got Murray, the angry, aggressive, crazy pink hippo with loads of strength that can punch things and does that well and wears a really nice scarf sometimes. And of course you've got Sly Cooper, who kind of fancy a little bit, even if he is a raccoon. I did also like Cooper, just went out there. You've got Carmelita Fox, the wonderful and sexy fox woman with a laser blaster running after Sly, and they have this wonderful romance that lasts through the ages. There is games and games of content. There's the Claw Gang, there's the Fiendish Five, there is Cyril the Paradox. Like, there is so much random crap in these games that it's wonderful. They're ridiculous. They're literally just cartoons that you get to play through, and I just love them so much, and I would want to see them again. And there's supposed to be a film and a TV series coming, but they haven't come, and they keep getting delayed, and I just need Sly Raccoon 5. I just need 5. I just need number 5. Come on. Give up Ghost of Tsushima, give up Infamous, and give us Sly Raccoon 5. Give the people what they really want.
Well, it's not even a case of would I buy. I have bought every single entry in this franchise, and that is...
Dynasty Warriors?
It is Dynasty Warriors! And I will always call it Dynasty Warriors, never Dynasty Warriors, just to annoy that side of the fan base. I started playing this game back when it was a fighting game. It was a 3D fighting game that came out on the PS1, and it was okay at best, but it got me intrigued into the whole sort of world of Chinese mythology and the romance of the Three Kingdoms. And then Dynasty Warriors 2 came out, and I was like, whoa, can I have 100 enemies on screen at once? This is mind-blowing for a PS2 game that was like launch title. Then Dynasty Warriors 3 came out, and I was like, oh, it's got 2-player co-op. Me and my mate Liam played through everything. We played as Huang Gai, and he was Lu Zhu, and I was like, we're wooing about, setting fire to things. His boat's on fire.
See the guy that fights with the boat?
He fights with the boat later down the line, but he started off with just a giant club, and then there was another guy that we played called Meng Huo, who was a guy who had giant beast heads as that, and we came up with a catchy little song, which is Meng Huo, he lives in Nanzong. And that was it. He just did. That was it. That was the entire thing. Yeah. Well, I was 14 at the time, mate. Like, I wasn't my creative peak. It doesn't need to rhyme to be good.
Well,
Yes, it does.
it does.
Do all of Alter Bridge's lyrics rhyme?
Yeah.
No, they don't. You lying sack of
They
shit.
rhyme.
You're saying that they're good just because they rhyme.
Well, you are.
What are you even saying? So yeah, I went through all of Dynasty Warriors games. There was definite peaks and troughs in the main canon. Obviously, you look at sort of like 6 as being a low point, 9 being a low point that I still thought was all right. Jim Sterling didn't like me saying that was okay. And then we had all of the spin-off games like Gundam. Even went into Hyrule to do the Legend of Zelda's Hyrule Warriors. We have Orochi Warriors. And I've owned every single one or borrowed a Switch to play it, and I was just like, I definitely have a problem, and my fingers have definitely got RSI, because the entirety of that game can be boiled down, much like Peter Molyneux saying that his combat was going to be the deepest ever, basically to 2 buttons, just square and triangle, over and over again, 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 over and over again. And over again.
I'm such a just shill for licensed products. Like, you slap a Batman logo on it, a Marvel logo on it, or just some niche film on it, and I'll probably get it despite all warning signs telling me that it's a bad idea. I love video games for immersing me in certain worlds, and I know there's nothing as good as an original IP that manages to suck you in and keeps you there and doesn't let you go, and it's kind of like a hostage situation, except you've got Stockholm Syndrome, and you're loving being there, even though it's probably not good for your outside, life. But there's something about adapting a different thing and taking it into the gaming world that I absolutely adore, and I'll get each time. And that goes double for history as well. Any game that's set in the past and is authentically dedicated to getting every kind of minute detail down, I'm just going to be there for. Like, even though Mafia 3 wasn't an amazing game by any respects, I knew I was in there because I loved the first 2 Mafia games, even though they were considered kind of, generally quite good. And Mafia 3 was, generally quite good. But the history of it all and its commitment to actually nailing the zeitgeist of the 1960s, that just kind of pulled me in. And it's the same story with mostly every history game ever. Anything set in the Old West, even if it's complete pish, I'll probably get it because I love westerns. I love being a cowboy and going pew pew pew. So it's one of those things. It's weird because my loyalty isn't necessarily to certain franchises, but to certain themes and settings and premises. If you have a really niche tactical shooter, I'm probably going to be there because I like the idea of a gaming tactical shootery game that is actually takes itself quite seriously, but not to the extent where, one bullet kills you and then you get really bored and then you're like, oh, why am I even doing this? But something that is certainly, it takes itself more seriously than like a Call of Duty or something, I don't know. But yeah, anything that just kind of caters towards my niche bullshit interests, I'll probably be there for.
Well, I've got two, and one's a bit of a smaller one. One is Mass Effect, because Mass Effect 1 and 2 are the games that I was most excited about, and the things that I was most excited about in my life forever. I remember reading in a magazine, back when magazines existed, that the Mass Effect 1 was 24 hours long, and that blew my mind as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, I can't remember how old I was. I was about... It doesn't matter, I was really young. I was looking at you, Dad. Tell me my age.
Okay, you were always this age. You just started WhatCulture 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and that you've always been this age.
So I was this age, but that still blew my mind. I thought that was great. And I even played Mass Effect Andromeda. I stuck through that 10 hours into it when I was just having the worst time and enjoyed it. But the real franchise that I'll stick through thick and thin with is Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Not only will I play all the great games, number 1, number 4, number 7, I will play the bad games like 6. I will play the bad games like Umbrella Chronicles briefly and not enjoy it, but I will play it. I will even buy the games over and over again. I was talking to Ben Roy before I came in here about how we're probably going to buy Resident Evil 4 for the 10th time now that it's out on Switch. I just can't resist it because these games are so good, as wacky and as silly as they are. I just want this lore all over me. I remember, it's one of the few things that I've been properly invested in the story for, going on wiki forums and properly reading through the intricacies of these characters in a weird way. Why am I so concerned about Leon S. Kennedy's hair and the way it falls?
Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah,
that's why. The franchise has had a lot of low points. It's had a lot of high points. It's had a lot of low points. It's had Resident Evil 6, which I stand by is quite a good game. It's had Outbreak, which had its moments. It had
zombie
Operation...
though, mate. You can't have a go at that.
It did. It had Operation Raccoon City. Oh, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but you know what? You could go back to Raccoon City and you could play as some of the people from the games.
Okay.
It's kind of good.
Okay.
Check that out, my friends!
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want more chatty faces, why not watch through the rest of our playlist? But I just want to say a big thank you to the brilliant channel sponsors for voting on this week's chatty question. And if you want to join the vote, then why not consider hitting the join button and becoming a sponsor today? And we will see you next week. Bye!